rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
Follow your team wherever they take you. With over 30 hotel brands, Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
That's the power of Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
SEC has dominated as we welcome you back to the 2024 Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? They've won 4 straight, 5 in the last 6. And Chris Button joins us now. Florida went from being on the bubble to bursting bubbles, haven't they?
Certainly, but it was a nerve-wracking Monday waiting to figure out if they were going to be in with the selection show. And once they've got in, all they've done is gone 7-2 and knock off 3 national seeds. But this team heard all the chirping, which led Jack Caglione to post on his Instagram sarcastically, "You don't belong," proving that maybe they do.
Going into Georgia for the last week in SEC play, we kind of knew what we had to do. And then we had to make a run in Hoover, but obviously that didn't work out. Kind of in a gray area. We didn't really know. When they had us all at the field for the selection show, I was like, okay, they wouldn't have us here if we didn't make it, right? So once we got the shot, we were like, all right, the highs and the lows don't matter anymore of what happened in the regular season. It's like, we're 0-0. We just need to get hot now. We just need to play for each other. Everybody reads things, and, you know, everybody's seen all the writings about, you know, we shouldn't have made a regional and all this and that. But, you know, now we're one of the last 8 teams playing.
Ravi, a couple years ago, there was an Ole Miss team that was the last one in, that became the last one standing, celebrating a national championship. This Florida team hoping to follow suit.
Repeat a little history. You're absolutely right about that. Starting pitcher today, it'll be Pierce Coppola. He's the tall lefty out there. The numbers for the sophomore at 6'8" out of Verona, New Jersey. Not necessarily great, but this is a chance today to play 2 games. Everybody has got to help.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to win this thing, it's going to take a few guys that maybe haven't done it all year. And Pierce Coppola's battled injuries since he's been there. Stuff doesn't necessarily match the numbers. He could be up to 95.
Capital One batting order, Waldschmidt and Nicholson have been superstars offensively. Everyone else has got to get things going. Lopez, Daly, Burks has moved down from the 3 spot. McCarthy, McCoy, and Grant Smith seem to bang up his hand, wrist, thumb area in the last game. We'll see if that has an impact at all. 1 for 17, runners in scoring position the first 2 games for Kentucky. Key for them, get on base and then do what they do, which is create some chaos. First pitch into Waldschmidt. That is a called strike. Ryan Waldschmidt, 335 on the season with 17 doubles, 14 homers. Offside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Interesting to see during the warm-ups, Coppola, all he did was just stay arm side, wild, up and away, down and away, could not throw anything, command anything, glove side.
2 balls and a strike.
He's only thrown 18 and 2/3 innings all year, and it can be one of two things. It can be short, or Coppola could go give you 4 or 5.
The Charleston Southern transfer looks at another one that's high, and now we fall behind. 3 balls and a strike. Waldschmidt dominated against some of the best competition in the country. Hit .405 in SEC play, an all SEC second teamer, and that is a walk. Exactly what Kentucky wants and needs base runners.
100% hit, still to make that adjustment, and I think that heartbeat has to be pumping. You said it, just a little over 18 innings pitched this season, and when you're this tall, this young, it takes time for you to catch up to that bottom half.
Mitchell Daly, third. Shelton, Curland, Caglione around the infield. And that is inside, ball 1. Foul out of play. I should say Thomas is at third base, even with the bag. The outfield is shaded the other way. Shelnut Robertson and Ashton Wilson. Petrie as the number 2 hole hitter, and all the chaos has not got a bunt this year from Quebec, Canada. The swing at an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Had some movement, but it was way inside.
Sometimes it works when you miss your spot, and that's exactly what happened right here. Pierce Coppola trying to throw that slider on the outside part of the plate. It backs up. I still think, Eddie, if guys swing at this pitch, the best pitch in baseball. They don't hit it. You can't hit it. Like the backup breaking ball up and in, if you get a swing, you're going to win.
Your eyes and hands are just not trained for it.
The red-hot Ryan Nicholson bats now. First throw over to first. Nicholson in the series, 625, 5 for 8 with a couple of homers. And great numbers all season long. One more homer will give him the single season record for Kentucky. Good pitch on the corner, and it looks like Coppola may have settled in a little bit.
And for Nicholson, he's actually the best that Kentucky has against left-handers this year, too. Hitting above 430, OPS above 1,400, and he's got 8 home runs against lefties.
And this one is driven to left field. Shelnut drifting back, and right in front of the track makes the play. The wind, which has been a huge factor this entire College World Series, is definitely not nearly what it has been, and the temperature is dramatically different. I mean, we are at 66 degrees. We've been in the 80s, and temperatures feeling like 90. It's 66 degrees.
Typical Florida weather, right?
Yeah, I was going to see, you guys, you haven't had one of these in Omaha, probably. Welcome to June. 95, 66. Hang with them.
One of the guys that has to get going here for Kentucky, Nick Lopez, 111. He's 1 for 9. Runner fakes, and he's brought back after the swing and the miss. So here we are again, guys. 2 outs, leadoff man aboard, still sitting at first base.
And very surprised that he's still there at first. And it's an easy pickup every time Coppola goes over to first. He's got big feet, some big shoes. You see that left foot right there? I've said it for years. I'll say it again. He picks up that toe, he's coming straight to first. He doesn't pick it up, he's going home. Key on that left foot. Going home. Those are some big feet.
Are they as big as the first baseman's feet?
No. Wow. Those are 19s over there at first, and I do not know. See, right there.
Runner is going. They got a chance to pick him. Caglione hits him in the back. And he will stay right there. That's a good job by Ryan Waldschmidt to try to stay right in the running lane and affect the throw from Caglione.
And he didn't go get it. And for Cags, like, he stays there. Look at that. He stays there. He stays in line. And generally, he's really good at this play. He'll go get the baseball. When you don't go get the baseball and create some kind of room, that happens.
And give credit to Waldschmidt that got in that place line as well.
Chance for Lopez now to put him on the board on the 1-1. Throws it off, 1-2. Lopez, one of the guys they got out of the portal. He's a pretty good off-balance hitter. 1-2, big lead. And now he will throw down to second base. Waldschmidt was flirting with it.
Yeah, if that don't go inside move on a situation like that. If you're going to pick, just spin.
Yep.
And pick. Like, you're not trying to trick anybody at that point. But
EVE Online on Mac immerses you in a universe with thousands of star systems like never before. Follow a path of your own choosing and become a titan of industry. Explore the wonders of the universe.
Force pressure on the bases. They waited until two outs, but they finally were able to create havoc, put pressure on the defense, and then force their pitcher to come in. And Lopez, who this year started switch hitting and hits better from the left side, puts the ball in play and drives in the first run.
What a relief that must feel like. We gave him the number 1 for 17 through the first 2 games with runners in scoring position, and Lopez early this morning delivers. Swing and a miss on a slider there. Lopez picks up his 52nd run batted in on the season. And Daly fires one foul down the line. Daly was the hero in their walk-off win in Game 1. Everything he does, according to Mingione, is pro. Dad, a retired 4-star general. Mom served in the military. The voice on the infield and with World Series experience. Runner goes, throw to second. Tag is put on and he is out. Awkward slide for Nick Lopez, who appeared to get stuck in the ground. And see how he is as he slowly gets up. Ooh, he blew a tire. And then he got tagged out. They do get one. Bottom 1 coming up.
this is what it's all about. Know these fans are going to be dialed up.
Something special tonight here in Omaha.
What's the score of the game?
The new Hyundai.
The plate for the first time, and for the first time in his career, Jack Caglione will lead off our Capital One batting order. He'll be followed by Curlin, Shelnut, Shelton, Heyman, Wilson, Thomas, Donay, and Robertson. First time in his career. So before he even steps to the plate, you know, what does that mentally do to Caglione, if anything?
Well, I think the first thing was that Kevin O'Sullivan, their head coach, actually went up to him yesterday morning and said, look, I'm not going to put it out there yet, but I want you to know, do you feel comfortable leading off? And he said, put me in there, coach. I've got this. And it's to put pressure on this guy right here on the mound.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, if you're Kentucky, you take notice. I mean, it's different. Like you look at it and Cags is there. Dominic Nyman has been up and down this year. The fastball's been good. And velocity-wise, it'll be into the low 90s. I think the biggest thing to watch is, can he control the strike zone? Last time out, start against Western Michigan in regionals, 4 innings, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. He walked 3. Over the course of the season, just 25 and 70 2/3. But Florida will be patient.
He throws a slider. Be careful. Be careful with anything. In the first pitch, the question about, do we intentionally walk him? Well, they throw the first pitch. Maybe the 1-0 lead changes that. They intentionally walked him 6 times. It's a leadoff man. It would be very unconventional. But Caglione rips another one. This one into right center. They pitch to him, and he is aboard, and he takes second. And he gets in easily as McCoy didn't pick it up, and there didn't appear to be a whole bunch of urgency.
Jack Caglione has been so good this year. He has made adjustments with pitches in the zone, right down the middle. He stays in beautifully against lefties, gets out of the box in a hurry. He's thinking too, if there's a mistake made, put pressure on the outfield. There is. He keeps his head up, and he ends up already in scoring position. But lefties do not give him any trouble at all.
Jack Caglione is aboard. Single error on the right fielder McCoy. Caglione is having an incredible season and an incredible series. So I reached out to my resources about, have you guys ever seen Buck Showalter, Tim Kirkshin, a leadoff man in a game, be walked? Tim said 8 times in 04 Bonds was walked intentionally, but never to lead off an inning. With first base open 8 times. There was a game in 2004 that did involve Barry Bonds when he did lead off an inning and he was intentionally walked. First pitch, strike there. That was in 2004. The Giants and Reds were tied 6-6 in the 10th inning. Top of the 10th inning, they walked Bonds intentionally. He's the leadoff guy. It's the only time that we've been able to come up with where a leadoff man was walked intentionally. They didn't do it here with Caglione.
I think late in the game you're going to see it, because when he's at the plate, he's already in scoring position.
Carland bats behind him. Caglione is at second. And Nyman's next one is popped straight up. Should be playable for Nicholson, foul territory. And nobody's there. Caglione was standing at second, anticipating a catch. Boy, how many times have we seen balls drop right there?
I think our ESPN audio might have picked up a fan saying, I got it, I got it. And as a first baseman, you're waiting for that, especially when you start backpedaling. He got himself in trouble right here on the back pedal. Thinking the second baseman, who's playing more towards second, would have that play.
This is one of the better defenses in the country. Number 4 by defensive run saved. Obviously, that's not an error, but it's a mistake. And McCoy didn't pick the ball up. That was an error. So 2 misplays early for Kentucky on D. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got to understand also that here at Charles Schwab Field, there's a lot more foul territory than in any other ballpark that a lot of these teams have played in the SEC.
That's a Bermuda Triangle over there, though, and everybody remembers that Arkansas plays. This one's fouled straight back. It's unbelievable how many times it happens
to that side,
in that area.
To that side. Always got to wake up a little bit. It's been a little sloppy.
Yeah, hasn't it?
So far.
Two balls, 2 strikes, and this one, it hits him. It's now first and second, high and tight on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
So far, it's worked for Kevin O'Sullivan. You got Jack Caglione, who gets on base via the hit, and you got your prototypical leadoff hitter, Luke Heyman, who has struggled so far in this postseason, getting on base, hitting behind him. Curlin.
Shelnut, the left fielder, will bat now. 2 on, nobody out for Florida.
For Kevin O'Sullivan, you got Jack Caglione who gets on base via the hit, and you got your prototypical
2 for 6 here in
hitter,
Omaha. First
Luke
pitch,
Heyman,
settles one in there for a strike at 80 miles an hour. Kentucky on the board, first inning run. Florida threatening here, bottom 1. Gelman certainly has the ability to ride one out. There's no wind preventing it today. They will throw behind Caglione. He's back easily. Kentucky sends a whole bunch of guys out to the bullpen. And one of the reasons everybody, actually many reasons why Caglione could go as high as #1 in the draft. It's a two-way player, likely to be just a hitter, but a two-way guy here. His speed is very, very underrated, and his defense at first is incredible.
He's an outstanding defensive first baseman. I know it didn't look that way on the throw, but for the most part, Jack Caglione is as good as they get defensively in college baseball at first.
The thing about Caglione, which O'Sullivan will tell you, you think back to some of the great hitters, Florida history, Alonso. Langford was here last year, so Cags had some support. Alonso had a bunch of support. That's in there for a strike. He's kind of done it by himself. There wasn't a consistent big-time stud with him this year.
He has been a significant component of their offense. That's for sure.
Out on the 1-2. It's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sean, it's been great with runners in scoring position this year. OPS of over 1280.
Waldschmidt way off the line in left field. 2-2. That's called strike 3. With a slider on the outside corner, and he picks up the strikeout.
Just kind of give up on this one. Watch the bubble. Starts, goes up to start, and then catches plenty of the plate on the backside. Big pitch right there from that. First and second, nobody out. Thinking strikeout the entire time. Backdoor breaking ball gets it.
Next up, Colby Shelton. First pitch buzzing him.
Would that be the tower?
That was the tower. There were 7 Gators double figures home runs. And Colby Shelton is one of those guys. 20 on the year, second on the team behind a 34 from Caglione. This ball pulled down the line and right. Off the base of the wall, Caglione is in. That's one. Curlin being held late, and nobody at second base after the double from Shelton. He hit the deck to put the brakes on. We are tied at 1.
So far, no troubles for the left-handed Gator hitters. This pitch down in the zone, right where he wants it, barrels it at 109 miles per hour. Easily getting to. The big question was, how is the relay going to be? And it was quick enough, fast enough to be able to keep Curlin at third.
Yeah, the Curland at third was a late hold, and then the best part was Shelton, who was rounding like he was going to third, and he hit the dirt like he was sliding into a base to just stop himself, and then he just easily scampered back to second when nobody was there. But it's a heck of a slide by Shelton. Watch him go down, Eddie.
Oh yeah, get that uni dirty, stop, and it plays different right now because it rained a lot yesterday. Field was covered. They also soaked it today just in case the sun would come up, so it's a wet track. We already saw earlier in this game, Nick Lopez on a slide just gets stuck at second base. I guarantee you this conversation right there between Caglione and Kevin O'Sullivan was about the play at first.
Cameron O'Brien already warming up for Kentucky. Have to win this one. Whoever wins will come back tonight and play another game. Second and third. Swing and a miss. Challenged him with a fastball. Heyman's got 16 home runs on the season and a chance right now to put the Gators up in the bottom of the first. 0-1, he'll do it. Sends it into left field, gets down in front of Waldschmidt, and they are sending Shelton. He is going to score as well. They get 2 on a single to left and lead it 3-1.
Guarantee you why people are thinking, why did Waldschmidt not go home with that? And I'll tell you this, what a great jump at second base by Shelton. He knew 100% that ball was going to score. Did not hesitate whatsoever. Just appreciate this right there. As soon as he sees it,
Eddie
doesn't hesitate.
4 steps from third base before Waldschmidt got that ball.
The arm.
So throw it to somebody else that can throw it home. Whoever it is. Like
right here.
The fact that they didn't go home there or even think about it, that one I don't understand.
If you watch him in the glove juggle it a little bit, I think right then and there he's like, let me keep the double play in order.
Keeping runs off the board is important too.
He wasn't going to get him.
And Gion finds his starting pitcher having given up 3 already. This one is out of play. It is very rare on a ball hit to the left fielder on one hop that you see a runner from second score, let alone score easily without a throw. He gave a look when you look at the replay and acknowledge I can't get him. 1 ball, 1 strike, Ashton Wilson.
You work hard on your marketing, but does it actually work? With Monday.com, you have every...
Well, I ran 5 miles and I came back about 6:30 and I got some coffee.
Body is a Temple early.
Yep. I ran to Iowa and back.
I didn't know I was working with Chris Burke today.
We are often confused for each other. I get that.
10:29 a.m. local. 3-1 Wilson. Holds up on it, 3-2.
I was walking through the lobby the other day. Somebody goes, hey, it's Chris Burke. And there's no way I was even going to look up. Like I started walking even faster.
Nope.
No. No.
3 balls and 2 strikes. That's ball 4. Yeah, I will say this, KP. I mean, the list is very long about the names over the 30-plus years that I've been called.
Yes.
It is long, and it varies dramatically from anyone that's ever appeared on ESPN. You're that guy.
You are him.
Hey, Levy. Hey, there's Chris Myers.
I didn't know Van Pelt was in town. Look.
You're that guy. Hey, that guy. Robert Hogan has joined O'Brien out there. They scored that a hit by pitch. So the struggles continue for Dominic Nyman. He gets runners on and things tend to go sideways. 900 OPS against him, batting average with runners on 300. We're down to the 7th spot in the order. It's Dale Thomas. He's the 3rd baseman, and that is likely going to be it for the Weehaw native out of West Hartford, Connecticut.
Weehaw.
That's what they call it, Weehaw, West Hartford, Connecticut.
What the people call it, the old Weehaw.
Central Connecticut State transfer. His day is done.
I'm going to go get coffee.
Good idea, and share.
Yeah.
Share it with everybody. We will take a timeout. We're underway, an elimination game. These 2 teams. It's Florida 3, Kentucky 1. Gators have a couple on.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
In the